We're getting into the latest Lions rumors after the 2024 NFL Draft. We're going to start with Giovani Manu. He spoke. Where could he be on the offensive line? Interesting answer. Cap space, what does it look like after the Lions will sign their NFL Draft players? We're going to get into that. Tyler Boyd, could he be option for the Lions in free agency? We're going to talk about that. Lions winners and the undrafted rookies. We always sign somebody, so we got to look at that list. Give you my thoughts. Let's go. Before we get into the video, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get to 300 likes in this video. The more likes we get, it pushes it out there. Start with Giovani Manu because he spoke to the media. He says, they asked me where do I feel comfortable playing. I told them the left side. That's legit where I always been playing my whole collegiate career. I told them. But they opened up to me and told me if I'm willing to play on the right side because I feel like they want me playing next to Penei Sewell. That's what they kind of hinted at. I told them that I would be open to it. They told me it sounded like they were going to put me at coming into the rookie minicamp. I think they're just going to rep me at the right side so I can get comfortable at it. It's going to be a challenge for sure, but something that I'm looking forward to. He continued on here. He said, I think the goalie wants me to play in on the right side, and that's a bit of an adjustment since I've normally played on the left side. But I think their vision is if they want me playing right guard next to Penei Sewell, which is an outstanding right tackle. If I could earn that spot and be right next to Penei Sewell, I think it would be the scariest right side in the NFL. And that's right, folks. He's talking not tackle. He's talking guard. When we drafted him, he's a tackle, playing on the left side. So the assumption was maybe he'll eventually be the right tackle and Penei move to the left side. But he's saying that he could be playing guard next to the Lions' Penei Sewell, the great. So if that's the case, they could keep Decker, and you could keep him on the right side. He'd be a backup first, obviously. Eventually be a starter. And same, we drafted a guard in the 6th round. He eventually could be the starter maybe on the left side. So did we get our guards initially instead of getting the tackle? Possible. We'll see. Would you like Manu to be next to Penei Sewell? Why for yes and for no? Would it be a nasty offensive line? I think it would be. Let me know in the comments below. Let's continue on here talking about the Lions cap space right now. For the next wave, the Lions are equipped with $23.4 million effective cap space per over the cap, which is the 8th most in the NFL. Effective cap measures how much a team will have to spend after signing at least 51 players and includes rookie contracts. Yeah, we got to sign the players that we drafted, and that's going to be approximately about $8 million, I would say. So the Lions are going to have some cap space after the draft for sure when they sign these guys, so they can look to sign some other free agents, right? That's something they absolutely could do. Also, they could hold it for the NFL trade deadline. Say if they're doing really well, the Lions got money to make a trade for a player to maybe take them over the top. So let's continue on here talking about sporting news. As far as the Lions could spend money on, they could still be looking for a safety. It's possible Detroit just moved Brian Branch back to the slot and with Terrion, Arnold, and Rakestraw and Mike Robertson capable of playing there. But Branch was very good at the role last year. And head coach Dan Campbell didn't sound like he's moving him or talking about position in the draft. So we have cap still, right? So they're saying that the Lions could sign a safety, and it's possible, right? You can sign a safety, edge, wide receiver. Those are the positions the Detroit Lions could look to sign. But before we get into the free agency, hit it up right here. This show is sponsored by Game Time. And folks, Game Time is great. If you're tired of overpaying for sports, that's what you need to get is Game Time. With killer deals and last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed, you can stop stressing and start getting hyped for the fun that you're going to have. It's easy to find and buy tickets, whether you're at sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. With their lowest price guaranteed, it is the Game Time guaranteed, which means you always get the best prices. And if you find tickets at the same section or row or less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And a middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and you can see the surrounding area like a 3D live photo. So download Game Time app, plug in chat sports, get $20 off your very first purchase. It's easy. Go to the redeem code section, plug in chat sports, you get $20 off, terms to apply. Got to create an account, got to have an email to save that money. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. So if you're buying Lions tickets this year or any sort of tickets this year, make sure using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. All right, folks. So we're talking about free agency as we got some money we just spoke about. And there's one player the Lions have looked at, and he's still available. And guess what? We didn't draft a wide receiver. Tyler Boyd is a rumor that the Lions could target, and it does make sense because we didn't hit that position. Just because the draft is over doesn't mean it's over for the Lions offseason. That's not the case. Now free agents are going to sign. You're actually seeing that right now. Ezekiel Elliott signed, some other players are signing because the draft is over. Now players who are free agents have an idea where they want to go. And Tyler Boyd, 6'1", 197 pounds, 29 years old. After 67 receptions, 667 yards, 2 touchdowns, average of 10. That's almost exactly the type of numbers that who had? Josh Reynolds. Who's not on the team anymore? Josh Reynolds. Could this actually be a legit target for the Detroit Lions? Yes, it could be. And I could see the Lions signing him for sure. To have that complete roster. Got the cap. We need the spot. We'll see. They could just do the free agency. But a question for you. Should the Lions sign Tyler Boyd? Why for yes and for no? Blow up the comment section. Let's get into the Lions undrafted free agents they picked up after the draft. Cade Peterson, Grand Valley State, rookie minicamp quarterback. He won't be on the team. Michael Herzog, I doubt he's going to be on the team. Isaiah Williams. This one to look out for because we didn't draft a wide receiver. Look at the money we gave them, $240,000. That's a big bonus. He has a legit shot to make the team. Jalen Calhoun, tight end Isaac Rex. Then another one here, the center Kingsley Eguken, Florida, $245,000 bonus, and Duke Clemens, $60,000 as well. So the Lions want to get better at the center and the backup. One of these guys could absolutely make the football team right there. Edge, Isaac Ukwu, $35,000. And some of these other guys here that are going to be in the rookie mini camps, and they're going to help training camp out. A lot of these guys are camp bodies. Just camp bodies. Doesn't mean they can't make the roster. In the sideline, they have these 5 players that absolutely could make the roster. Steel Chambers. Linebacker, well, we didn't get Anthony Pittman's replacement. Possible right there. Isaiah Williams, we spoke about him. Lions didn't draft a wide receiver. He makes a lot of sense. Kingsley Eguken, center. Clearly, it's offensive line. That's absolutely good. Morris Norris, defensive back. They think could make it. And James Turner, the kicker, he believes potentially could beat out Michael Badgley. We got to wait to see if they take Jake Bates from the Michigan Panthers. You could throw him in a list as well. Lions got options for sure, though. They definitely do. And I think we look at probably Isaiah Williams is the best option for the Lions at wide receiver. Maybe the place kicker as well. Generally, we always have 1 or 2 undrafted guys that make the team. It's just the way that the world works here. And that's something that our general managers should be doing. They absolutely should be looking at every avenue to get the roster better. So when you add the undrafted rookies, all the ones that we put in there, and by the way, Isaiah Williams was supposed to be like a 6th-round pick. I want you guys to grade the draft now with the draft and undrafted rookies. I'm giving it an A grade. I think the Lions did a phenomenal job. We're still not there yet. We still got pieces to help this team out. We need edge. Wide receiver, potentially. Undrafted guys could cover that up, but we definitely need some help. There's no doubt about it. So grade the draft. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments below. When I look at all this news, I think that, coming forward, first off, we got the schedule release. I believe it's next week on Thursday. So get ready for the schedule release. I think we're going to be, maybe we'll be live for it. We could go live as soon as it's done. Let me know if you guys want me to do that. We're going to go through each game and what's going to look like. What's the first game going to be like? Could we be at home? Could we be away? How many, prime time games are we going to get? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get more. How do we finish this season with? What NFC North team we going to finish the season against? I'm probably going to say the Green Bay Packers, just assuming it. When do we play Green Bay in Green Bay? When do we play Chicago in Chicago, the cold weather teams? Lot to wait for this schedule release. Then we got mini camp coming up. We got, obviously, training camp. So a lot of stuff is going to be hitting in the next couple of months. A lot to go over. And then, of course, we get into preseason and the regular season, where the Detroit Lions have a chance to get to a Super Bowl. And in between that, should we sign players? Who's going to help the team out? So a lot to still go over, a lot of work for Brad Holmes to do, and that's part of his job. You got to turn every rock. You got to look at every avenue to upgrade this roster, and it's not perfect, because no roster is perfect in the NFL. Keep grinding and getting this thing finished. Folks, we're going to be dropping videos quite a bit on here every single day nearly. We're going to be live for streams, so hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, share the video. And with that said, folks, adios.